To Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here. Well, it's me here. I don't know if you ever got to see me before, but I'm joined with Scarp Skankles. You get to put some faces to the voices that you've been listening to. We are back again with another Mobile Legends tournament today. Scarp Skankle, we have the Deus EX Clash. Exciting stuff. See me before? But I'm joined with Scarp Skankles. You get to
bro.
put some...
Hello, everybody. It's always fun to feature new tournaments, you know. It's especially now on the first evening of the new patch. Everyone has been knocked back down to epic rankings. So this the first week of the season is going to be absolutely disastrous.
So I expect lots of messages in the chat about how we're watching two epic teams facing one another. But unless you achieved the Immortal last season, because then I think you start at Legend 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, come again?
If you made it to Immortal last season, then you should start at Legend 5 this season. It drops you down to Legend 5. So everybody else...
So there's a few members that I did see, like for example, Shroomsy, he was Immortal. But he's Epic 1, bro. So I don't know how that entire season ended.
They changed it last season. See how long it's been since I've changed to Immortal.
It's been a while, bro. It's been a while. Because I'm looking, there's a few members already in the community that is already in Legend 3, Legend 4, Legend 1. So definitely utilizing the quieter moments in the server to go for those ranking moments.
Yeah, that's true. But so I'm excited for this season. I know that we have a new hero out, Kalia. I saw the battlefield adjustments. There's some crazy stuff. We'll get into all of those adjustments and what's going on during the course of the game, I'd say, Skapsienko, because right now it's a minute countdown. It's time for the inaugural match of Deus EX Clash. It's going to be Eschaton Sonata up against Astral Nova. I'm quite excited.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm getting the coin toss ready. I'm just waiting for the organizer of Deus Ex to join us here in the lobby before we start off, because obviously we can't start if he's not here, because he will be playing as our ref.
Alright, so I think they said in the group chats, right, it might be a little bit different from a coin toss. It's going to be fastest fingers first to decide who gets which side. So it's going to be a Mobile Legends question posted, and it's the captain that answers the fastest fingers first gets to win. So it's like a slightly different version of a coin toss. Could prove to be interesting. The organizer of this event, if you're wanting to know, is Duckulator. So big hats off to him for organizing this Deus EX tournament. I hope all of you, the viewers, are ready, waiting, excited, got your snacks. I'm thinking I need to get my snacks. Just in the cupboard next to me on the top. Need to get the snacks.
And obviously the refreshments as well, because we knowing Eschaton Sonata, it's going to be action very early on.
Yeah. Gonna be a lot of aggressive plays. Astral Nova, we've never featured them before, but I do see a few familiar names in the lineup. I think this is going to be a very interesting game between these two. I think I need to get the poll up now so that we can actually hear from the viewers who they think is going to be the winner of this particular match. It's Eschaton Sonata up against Astral Nova, taking place here on Waylander Gaming, brought to you by Duckulator. This is the first game in the Deus EX Clash. Thank you everybody for tuning in to watch, but let me get the game up for everybody so we can all see what is going on.
Yeah, okay. So the coin toss went to the favor of Eschaton Sonata, and they're coming with the bans, banning out the Minotaur and Julian. Astral with a response. Let me just just to explain the rules here for them. So it's 2 bans in the lobby, and then 3 in draft.
Yeah, well, we never. I think Eschaton should know pretty much what this should be like. But,
Yeah, no, but it's for Astral Nova. It's the first time featuring here in our custom South African bands. Alright, so Astral Nova banning out the Suyu and the Hanzo. So this is going to be interesting. So let's just get both teams ready up, and let's go. Good luck and have fun. Oh, and also remember the bands, which is the Minotaur, Julian, and Suyu and Hanzo.
Alright, so welcome to the stream, everybody. I see a lot of new names and then in the chat. We've got Bosch Leaf in here, who else we have here? Sabelwa, Banwan, okay, the Annie Vanikak. We've got some new faces, some old faces. Welcome to the chat. Don't forget to get your votes in. We want to see who you think's gonna win.
Are everlasting.
Alright, the Sicilian getting banned out immediately from Eschaton Sonata. Astral Nova responding by banning out the new hero Kalia. So we won't be seeing her off the bat in our first match since the new hero has been released. We'll see her eventually.
Yeah, that patch notes and what I've heard so far, I haven't got to play her yet, but from the patch notes and stuff like that, she's looking super broken.
Time to drop
But I'm being banned out by Econ here. Interesting, since I'd say that was quite a heavy nerf on the Badang.
Yeah, bro. It's I mean that's that dash. It's the second skill of his that has been nerfed, bro. Badang, as soon as he got back onto the meta, everyone was happy seeing Badang back there. But as quick as he got there, as quick he fell.
Let's fight to our heart's content.
Lucas, though, I'm not sure if you would say that
Sand rises when
I know in the patch notes you said it wasn't like
enough
or a buff to change. I think that was a bit of a buff to his ultimate. The fact that it does extra damage and it's like more burst damage. There's no delay to it anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't just it doesn't focus on the first hero it hits anymore. It explodes around him. So we do see the Cyclops and the Khalid getting picked up. The Joy getting banned out as well. Well, obviously Joy is still a very respected hero. Joy is just Joy. She can do whatever she wants when the Electro beats pop. So we see Psycho Teddy picking up the Vexana and Gyro on the Tigreal for Eschaton Sonata. Cypher with the response.
Yeah, so we were talking about new. Looks like they're going for a bit of an old school combo.
At last, I am complete.
Yeah, definitely, bro. But as Hyper picking up the Atlas with that beautiful skin of the Atlas, we're just waiting for Toji to get the final ban for Astral Nova. Banning out the Hayabusa. General Chow with a final ban for Eschaton Sonata. Well, we know General Chow being a very deadly jungle. I'm quite surprised that, well, they did take a few of the junglers away from him, but yeah, I'm very excited to see what the Chow does in this match as we see him banning out the carry.
What do you think about getting rid of that? What do you think about the change to the Hayabusa?
I'm not a fan. Hayabusa is one of my new heroes that I bought, learned, and started mastering. And
enough to.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean that ult damage from him coming down from 60% to 50%. That when you hit that full combo, it's not an insta kill anymore. So it's just sad. We do see Toji picking up the alpha. And Blue Raptors showcasing us that Moskov of his, and General Chow going for one of the signatures, bringing in the Ling.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a Ling on the channel though.
I have prepared a different way of death for
And
everyone.
Star not even waiting, picking up the Honeybee. GG's, let's go.
Yeah, the very sexy
Viewers,
skin
if you
there.
have to look 100% viewers, if you have to look at the two drops, which side are you favoring into this matchup? As we get the votes up here, it seems like Eskerton Sonata is definitely the favors by 83%. So, yeah, crazy. But this is also the first time we feature Astral Nova on our stream, so very excited to see what they bring to the table. And it's always nice to have new teams in on our
Yes,
streams.
I do recognize some of the names in Astral Nova from back when I used to be playing a lot, like Cypher, Tochi. I think this is going to be an exciting game. We've got set potential versus set potential, big team fights going on. Based on the changes made to the Lord, I would say that Moonton is definitely gearing up towards trying to get the games ended significantly faster. So, well, who knows? Let's get to see how this is going to play out. We're just waiting for the Takirs, as Skarpskenko would say, toaster router, to get up to 100. Pop that toast.
Yeah, 100. So, Ronwin, just to answer your question, right? I absolutely think Kalia is at this point in stage 100% broken. I mean, she deals damage, she does the crowd control, and she can heal. Plus, bro, just that ult, it's you can pretty much almost get anyone over halfway of the map. But yeah, without further ado, we are into the first match. I'll speak a bit later about the Kalia.
So, into the game we go, both teams starting off with the gold lane rotation. As per usual, we would say, though just watching here, it's going to be Toji just waiting around for the Lethal, wants to try and secure the neutral objective, whereas Len making a very fast rotation. Looks like he's going to go to try to steal a small camp. Does he have his retribution up and running? Yes, he does. Pulls the small camp into the bush. Do they know that he's there? Oh my goodness, manages to steal that. Wants to go in for a little bit more, but Hanabi makes another rotation to try and counter that. Pulls the small camp towards him. Oh, but look at the engagement here in the river. It's gonna be Cypher taking down first blood. So General Cho, with that rotation, is gonna deny the Alpha level 4.
Yeah, just look at this wave cut coming in from the Lucas, bro. Past the second turret. It's like, why go so deep in for that wave cut?
Yeah, he's getting chased down by the Khalid. Khalid has the mobility. Ling coming through there. Is he going to protect his teammate? No, he's just leaving, waiting for the right angle. Wants to engage onto the Cyclops. Tempest of Blades lands. He only manages to pick up one sword, but oh, there's the Alpha. Is he going to commit the Spear of Alpha? Ling gets the kill, manages to dance back out. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Tigreal is in there. He's going to get engaged upon. There's the follow-up. Spear of Alpha comes through. It's a 2-for-1 exchange, so kills evened up. However, this means opportunity for Astral Nova to take this first hurdle of the game uncontested.
Yeah, this is a... also to mention, right, with the Lords, the base spawn times, it used to be calculated at 3 minutes, now it's at 2.5 minutes. So we will be seeing the Lords spawning up very much more frequently.
Yeah, it's all part of their let's try to get the game finished faster. Meanwhile, there's an engagement here onto Blue Raptor. He gets back to safety. Tigreal as well. Tigreal cannot fight that level 4. Atlas still has the Fatal Links available. So it didn't commit it just yet, as we see the entire team of Astral Nova making the rotation quite quickly. There's going to be the Atlas. He's going to get stunned up as all the Spirit of Destiny. And the implosion play with the Eternal Guard follow-up. However, the Aegis saving the Hanabi. She is quite safe. She managed to avoid a lot of the damage and all the CCs coming through. Lucas making the rotation. Is he going to find the angle? He has found the angle. He wants to get in here. There's the Fatal Link onto everybody with the Spear of Alpha coming through. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. But Link got the Tempest of Blades, wants to get something there for his team, gets the dash, gets the jump away, went in 1v4, managed to get the kill there onto the Cyclops, pushes the mid lane and then retreats back to his jungle.
Yeah, that is well, he was patiently waiting for that pick-off kill, but just having the guts to jump in there, knowing he has got the fast fingers to escape. So, however, just before the 4-minute mark, we do see Astral Nova having that 2k gold lead as well as the 2 kills advantage.
So they are. There's the engagement here onto the Atlas. They're trying to get him a bit low, try and poke him away before this objective is going to be up in the next 8 seconds. But Atlas shields up through all of this. Vexana has to deal with the mid lane. Is a level behind the Cyclops, as there's just a lot of CC in here. They want to go in for the Lucas. Lucas has to flicker away. He's going to get chased in underneath the turret. Pops that beast form. There's the Tiger. Can he land the implosion? Only onto 2. The follow-up is there from the Carl Heat. There's a counter engagement. What is a killing spree for the Alpha? The Eternal Guard does come out. It's going to be Ling in the background. The Tempest of Blaze. He manages to get 1 kill. Oh, with the Spear of Alpha once more. Double kill. However, the Moskov is in the mix here. Ling waiting for the right angle to see if everybody's low, but there is a disengagement.
So that engagement, 100% going to the side of Astral Nova. That's I'm just wondering how Eschaton Sonata is going to return onto this early game team fight composition that it seems like Astral Nova is just beating at this point with the team fight. So at the 5-minute mark, we do see the second turtle of this match spawning up, and Astral Nova having that 2.5k gold lead.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of early game pressure. Oh, solo kill Hanabi onto the Moscow. Yeah, they have a lot of early game advantage, but at the same time they do have that Hanabi. Hanabi is quite there's engagement here. Implosion onto the Alpha. He's not even going to get a chance to use that Spear of Alpha shutdown kill. Going the way of Vexana. A lot of poke damage being dealt with as Link, he gets into the mix here, lands that Tempest of Blaze, avoids the damage. Oh, but look at that from the Khalid. He heals up just in time. Meanwhile, mid lane being pushed in here by the Vexana, took it down quite low. Atlas makes the return to the mid lane, gets the recovery going. Cyclops here clearing it up. Once again, Hanabi a bit out of position, shall we say. Doesn't know that the Tigreal made the rotation across. Hanabi is trying to get back to the safety of the turret and does manage to do so. Let me just get the pearls and gold up for you. Hanabi is, as you can see, quite fed at this moment in time.
Yeah, we do see that Hanabi picking up the 140 gold bounty. So it is big. It is massive.
Oh, I mean, Ling baiting out the Spear of Alpha. As the next lane is going to be pushed in, Ling goes in here, lands the Tempest of Blaze, using it defensively. There's the Lucas trying to front line. It's Alpha who's dishing out the damage in there. But the engagement here onto the Vexana, she manages to get away. Oh my goodness, it's an implosion. But there's nobody there to follow it up. Their fatal links is used. It's a shutdown kill. 2 taken down here. Astral Nova picking up the kill. Now they should be able to try to push this mid lane in. They have the ability. Stun comes out. It's going to be the Atlas underneath the turret. The Eternal Guard comes through. There's the Spear of Alpha taking down the Vexana. This should be the mid lane turret. And top lane and bot lane. Nice play from Astral Nova across the map as they seize map control.
Right, so at the 7.5 minute mark, we see Astral Nova picking up almost the 6k, it's just 500 shy of the 6k gold lead, as well as an 8 kill advantage, as we do see the third and final turtle spawned up. We do see the engagement onto the Lucas. Oh boy, that is Lucas deleted as that Spear of Alpha lands onto the Lucas.
So third and final turtle should definitely go the way of Astral Nova. They've got the kill advantage. Kill count on their side. They have just about a 6k gold lead. Map control fully on their side. It's going to be, especially with the gold being on the Hanabi, it's going to be quite difficult for Eschaton Sonata to do anything. Astral Nova, I mean, first game we've seen of them. Nice first showing.
Yeah, it's a very nice showing of them. They can definitely be proud of this early game performance that they are presenting us and the viewers with at this point of stage.
That is true. That is true. Their mid lane duo is not moving at all. They're staying very, very close to one another as they now use the space that's created to try and invade in the jungle here of Escutan Sonata. They want to get a mid lane, a tier 2 turret being pushed. It's still another 60 seconds. Meanwhile, there's Kali trying to engage onto the Ling there as he went for the wave. Kali just dancing around with that scimitar of his. Doing a lot of damage to the Ling. Ling taken down there. Had all the skills available. I'm not sure what was going on. Was that a potential lag out, do you think?
It could be, but let's see what the spawn does. That is why we always need the reps. So viewers, if you have to vote, do you think that was a lag out? As I see Wayne blowing the smoke there. Is this new nerve-wracking, bro?
No, what, the new?
Nerves on the heroes. Is it nerve-wracking?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to get to see what's going on here. Well, there's a tier 2 turret being taken down here by the Alpha. It's another, about 10 seconds more. The first Lord of the game is up. This is, we're not going to be talking about enhanced and unenhanced here. Wait all the way till the 18 minute before we get the enhanced Lord. Thanks to the new updates. As we see the side, you notice the color of the Lord's already gold. So that means he's going to have that ability to charge, though he doesn't do as much damage as previously, but he has the ability to charge.
Yeah, he does. But only capping at 30% base damage. But yeah, we definitely need to see the Evolved Lord. They renamed it to turn into the Evolved Lord, which is at the 18-minute mark. The icon on the map also changes completely. So very interested to see if this match is going to go that distance.
Yeah, so it looks like Escutan Sonata do not want to contest this Lord. They're trying to create pressure across the map by doing a split push with the Ling. That leaves the Alpha, Cyclops, and the Navi. To start off with this Lord, they are taking the blue buff away. Ling trying to get this pushed in, but Kali does manage to try to engage him there. We're just going to focus on the Lord. This should go uncontested. Meanwhile, we are watching the Kali go in on the Ling. Ling doesn't have the dash away, though the Rose Gold Meteor, which was nerfed, gets procced. Atlas in the front line gets stunned up by the Vexana. Meanwhile, Moscow pushing the wave there. Senses is in a bit of danger. Can he get away before the Alpha comes through? Oh, Alpha manages to catch him. Sphere of Alpha comes out here. Moscow wants to get the stun. Doesn't get the stun against the wall. He's going to get caught out here. That's just like a full hunt here. Everybody's coming. Moscow is engaged upon. It's going to be the Sandstorm that comes through, taking down the Moscow.
Escutan just not having the answers to any of the team fights, as we do see the Tiger in a lot of danger.
Oh, there's the Fatal Links landing onto 2, but the Eternal God is a counter. However, 2 are taken down. It's a 3 for 1 overall. As we see Ling into the background, they're trying to get the guy. But what a beautiful Spear of Alpha from Toji, pulling the Ling straight out of his ultimate. It's only the Moscow who just respawned. The Lord's in the base. And now we should be able to get the lockdown. This should be game, set, match. The way of Astral Nova.
That full team wipe just put Escutan in a very dangerous spot. However, that is the first match concluded. Viewers, I hope this was entertaining because, damn, I like this. And Astral Nova, gents and ladies, if there's any ladies in your team, there's that performance you can be very proud of.
Yeah, so nice first game in there for this Deus Ex Clash. Let me just get our cameras back up and running. So, first game, not too shabby. It was very interesting. It was, I'd say Astral Nova, the moment they got that early game run through, they snowballed. But it was in that mid-game section when they took control over all 3 tier 1 turrets all at the same time. That was quite impressive. And with that, taking the first victory in the first game of Deus Ex.
Yeah, 100%. So very interested to see what this next round of teams are going to do, because if I'm not mistaken, they are also new to the channel and as well to the viewers. there might be some familiar names, but it's always, like I mentioned previously, it's always nice to feature new teams.
Yeah, so it's good. The next match is Obsidian Vale up against Outpour Blood. That is scheduled for 9:30, but if we can get the teams into the lobby a bit early, we should be able to set up. So Scraps can go. Let's see what's happening. We have everybody ready.
I just need to. There's a family emergency that popped up. Just a new person messaged me, so I just need to get my ID sent to that guy, so that we can get the lobby sorted out.
All right. So in the meantime, let me create this lobby for us.
The lobby is created.
Okay,
There we go.
Alright, so we're in the lobby. We're just going to wait for the teams. If they are watching, the captains of Obsidian Vale and Outpour Blood, we're just going to be waiting for you to come and join in this particular match, and we're going to get through with the second match. For those of you who do not know, Juicy X, this is going to be best of 1 matches. We do have 3 games scheduled for the evening. We just witnessed Eschaton Sonata up against Astral Nova. Astral Nova taking that victory there in quite convincing fashion. We will see Obsidian Vale versus Outpour Blood as our next matchup. And the third and final game of the evening, which will take place after this, will be a Nonan up against Nonagon Alliance. The Nonagon Alliance. So let me get the polls up for everybody so we can actually re-say this.
Get those votes.
Yeah.
There. So viewers, this is also the opportunity whilst we wait to get those things sorted out. This is the moment to hit that like, share and subscribe button. We honestly would appreciate your support, as we don't just do this for us, we do this for the community. It's because we love the community.
We also love Mobile Legends.
100%. So, Ron Wayne, to get back to your previous question, right? The Kalia, in my opinion, is very much broken. As I stated earlier, I've tested her out on a few matches, different roles, just to see, what combos, etc. So that the fighter roam is definitely, with that damage and healing opportunities, those turret dives with the crowd control, it's mind-blowing. I've played her in the jungle for 2 matches, and it did go out successful. If you want to play as a utility jungle, Kalia can definitely be utilized for that. I wouldn't use her as an assassin jungle, so you can definitely use her as a utility jungle, but that is not the preferred role for her. To get the sets like Atlas, definitely the roam, and beautifully played in the XP as well. Definitely, like the CC that has been picked up lately, CC is nothing towards the Kalia. So, but as we know, the first matches is very crazy. Coda 7 can add the rest of the OVF into the lobby. I'm just waiting for. Okay, so I'm just going to share my ID.
I didn't know Coda was the one. I told you not to join the lobby. Wait, where's Coda? I'm Coda.
Sorry, Coda. Let's report Way for being Way.
Yeah. So I wonder, what do you think, Scott? Do you think this new hero Kalia is going to see the light of day today?
We might. I'm hoping she does get picked up, because obviously not a lot of members or people from the community has played it. If you play Classic, 100% guaranteed you played against Kalia. But what I've noticed, a lot of people are not getting those combos landed. So, one side is saying, I'm hoping she gets picked up, but I honestly don't think it's going to happen tonight.
Let me just tell Coda he needs to leave his lobby. You can't be in one lobby and join another lobby. Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna do that. Is you gotta get. You have to leave the lobby.
Yeah, 100%. But I think, to be honest, let me just share this because I'm not getting through to the colleague. So let's just do this. Deus Ex.
Okay, so this should be Obsidian Veil. It's the first one. Oh no, this is Out for Blood. Okay, yeah, OFB. So Out for Blood is in here. We just need the captain of Obsidian Veil to join in. We're just gonna wait for that, and then we're gonna get into this matchup. So I hope everybody's having a lovely evening. Let me just see what is on in the live chat.
Bro, can you just please just turn down the background music just a bit?
Okay.
Seems like the viewers are not appreciating the Mlbb background noise. Background music.
Let me turn it down in the game. Is that better?
We'll do a
I think it's
sound check.
better. It should be better. That should be better. That should be better. I'll just keep the music a bit softer. Should be better. Alright, so we're just gonna be waiting for the final teams. The first game, though, went quite a lot quicker than I expected. And the Lord does do quite a bit of damage. I mean, if you think about it previously, nobody helped the Lord into the base, right? Previously, if you had a 9-minute Lord, or well, the 8-minute, beyond the 8-minute, before the 12-minute Lord, it would get to the base, but not really do what you just saw there. Wouldn't be able to get into the base all on its own. Nobody attacked, nobody defended. The Lord just literally did what it needed to do. So the games are going to be much quicker. I think we might see the record for the fastest game of featured on Waylander Gaming falling very shortly.
100%.
It's going to be, I wonder. Will we ever get to a game that will end before 8 minutes? Maybe even before the first Lord's up?
Yeah, 100%, bro. I see from from Out for Blood here in the YouTube chat that there is 3 members that has never been live or featured before. So this is definitely going to be a pressure tester for them.
Yeah, oh, that's going to be interesting. I can see a lot of the votes going in here for Obsidian Veil. They have 54% of the votes on their side. But so if there's votes for Obsidian Veil, where's your team, the one that you support and love? We're just waiting for them to get into the lobby.
So I always do this when the teams are late, when they are playing matches. There will be a live name and shame. So the person that is supposed to be standing in for Dirkulator, right, is currently in a match.
Ooh. I see. Do we have the captain's info for
I have 0 info. I sent my information onto the Deus Ex group. So the captain for Out for Blood already responded, but he's the only one that responded. So I don't know. We don't like this organization, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's just wait. They do have a bit of time. I'm not sure if anybody here knows who the captain of Obsidian Vale is. As we just try to get this sorted out. But let me just get the patch notes up in the meantime. Right, we can go through this. I'll put it up here on, I'm sure you can see it. Let me put it up on the screen for the viewers. Let's just get through the patch notes here. Because there was some very interesting stuff in the patch notes. Where's the important notices? Okay, so this is... I can't seem to find where my patch notes are. It's not under this, the usual. This is new season power, starting division, honorary titles. I don't care about the honorary titles. It should be under important notices, shouldn't it?
Events, bro. You go to events, right?
Yeah.
Then you go to the notice boards there at the bottom.
Okay. Usually there was normally there was a letter that used to pop up in your inbox. Show us your titles. Well, I haven't played much, so I don't really have titles this season.
So they can't see it, bro. They can only see our faces at this point in stage.
No, I've got it off. You can see.
I see lots of prey.
Yeah, so I didn't play much last season. Where's last season? Did they show last season? Yeah, last season was a bit sad. I didn't play much last season. As you can see, I only went up to Honor last season. So there wasn't much gameplay from me. I think I need to start playing a little bit more. But let's get back to the patch notes. Yeah. I'm in the events, right? So we can see the new hero, right? This new hero, as per usual, whenever Moonton introduces something new, you know, guaranteed, that's gonna be broken. But I'm interested to hear what everybody's views are. What do you think about this Hanzo? It says nerf here, but is it really a nerf? So it says reduced Hanzo's ability to chase enemies in the air as the Hanakage. If his second skill in Hanakage form misses enemy heroes, Hanzo's ability to pursue them will be greatly weakened. As compensation, Hanzo's combat ability against the Turtle and Lord in his human form has been improved. Interesting. Damage dealt to the Turtle and Lord now matches the damage dealt to enemy heroes. When the target is the Turtle Lord and the hero cooldown skill is reduced by 50%, Hanzo restores 10 to 20% of his max HP. HP recovery when used on fully stacked targets has been nerfed. New effect recovers upon hitting a hero. That is very interesting. 20 energy recovery. Movement speed is... See, this here, I don't see it like really as enough. It's like it was 35% flat out. Now it's gone up 50%, decaying to by 15% over 2 seconds. so it's going to drop down to 30% over 2 seconds. So all that means is to get the maximum of this, if Hanzo's body is closer, so he won't be able to use this, like how it was previously used, where you can just use it across massive different distances. So he's going to have to be a little bit closer, but that 50% means that the chase down is going to be quite quick. But that's interesting. Energy cost, although this is big, energy cost per second from 12.5 to 17, that's going to be huge. Though the ultimate cooldown reduces a lot more spammable. I mean, 6 seconds is 6 seconds. 6 seconds is quite a long time in the late game. So still spammable, but this energy cost, this is a big one. They're actually forcing Hanzo to get a lot closer to the team fights, a lot closer to the action. Yeah, Mr. Reaction, Mythic Immortal, it was nice. When I used to play a lot, like right now, as you can see, I'm all about the streaming. I love streaming, love watching the game. Though I do wish I could play a little bit more, but with the work schedule and the streaming schedule, it doesn't afford me those opportunities that I once had to play and rank and get up. It was nice to get there in the beginning. Immortal is one of the badges that's nice to get. While we're here, let me just see. Do we have everybody? I think right now we're already 9 minutes late. So the way things are standing, right, I don't know who the captain is of the team. Did we just find them?
Got it sorted. Got it sorted.
Just when I was about to pull the trigger. See, Scarfskegel never lets me pull that trigger.
Well, I was actually bound to pull it, but yeah, you know me. This I don't like cancelling on things, and yeah, just currently a bit tilted, but I will be fine once we get this match up and running. You know, we are, like you mentioned, we are already 10 minutes late, and Waylander Gaming, we don't do disorganized.
Alright, but anyway, problem sorted. We're into the game here. Side folks, yes, the equipment changes were pretty hefty. I'm going to be hopefully going through this. Maybe we can get to go through it on live if we have the time to do so. We're just waiting for the rest of Obsidian Vale to get into the lobby. And then, because it's right now, it's going to be a 1v5. Look at Out for Blood. They all have very uniform profile pictures. That's quite nice. So what's your opinion, Scarfskanker? What do you think about team having all the same logos?
Bro, we rocked that. At Wasted Potential. And then I saw that Nabjutsu. Bro, the unified look always just looks professional.
Yeah. Scary though. Especially when you got a good team. It's Luan saying there that they ruined Julian. Well, with the double nerf, Julian got a double. It's a nerf to the hero, and it was a nerf to Rose Gold Meteor, which is one of the items that brought him so much back into the meta. Yeah, the mage fighter, it's not gonna benefit as much from the mage items, though I don't think it's gonna be significant there. It's more the change to Rose Gold Meteor that's making me say, you know? Yeah, Boss Leaf is still. I'm from the sounds of it. Boss Leaf is either an XP laner or a Roma. If he's loving the fact that that Gatto is still godlike. If you think about it, right, the heroes that's supposed to have been nerfed, or rather should have been nerfed, nobody nerfed them. They just like nerfed whatever they wanted to nerf. But I suppose it's changes with respect to, because Muton has been for a few years, not a few seasons, a few years, they've been on this drive to get the game faster. Yeah,
100%, bro. I mean, if we look at what happened with certain buffs. If you're looking at like the likes of Aurora and Farza, previous season it was to get certain XP laners back onto the playing field, and it seems like this season it's to get certain mages back onto the playing field. And then
you know
as
what
well
I was
as
thinking though, right? With the change to the gold lane, that fairly significant decrease in gold, does this mean that we're going to go back to the fighter gold lane?
that could be potential the situation. We could see the Ruby back in there. We could see the CC. But you know, what we could also be seeing in the solo ranks is
Yeah. Okay, so well, enough about the patch notes. Let's get into this match. We do have both teams filled up into the lobby. It's Out for Blood taking 52% of the votes up against, excuse me, Obsidian Veil. We're gonna get the bands going, and it's into the second match of the Juice EX Clash. Who do you think? Well, I think the fans are saying that they're looking for Out for Blood. Out for Blood is Out for Blood. Out for the first victory.
yeah. Just read that response from that member supporting Out for Blood, stating it's a 53% win ratio for Out for Blood, but 3 of the members have never been in this tournament setup before.
Well, I'll just say this much: it's an experience. As Callum is OFB all the way. Alright, so we got the lobby bands in? Or you?
No, not yet. I'm still explaining to them because they ask me questions. You see, this is what happens when teams come late. Let's go, captains. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go, captains. Here we go.
So we've got Bianca saying that there's another OFB supporter. She believes in her team.
Captains. So, alright, gents, ladies, it's the streamer here, Skenkel, right? So it's 2 bands within the chat, right? And then 3 bands within the drafting phase. So that gives 5 bands each in total. So I'm going to turn off my mic and the sound. I'm going back to the stream, and GG's, good luck, have fun, and don't stress it. This is going to be fun. Some words of encouragement. Presented by Skenkel.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, right, Skenkel's lifelong dream is to be a motivational speaker.
Well, if you look at what I do for a living, you know, it's almost there. It's almost there.
Yeah. Alright, so let's get the lobby bands going, and then we're gonna for the viewers who are unfamiliar with the system, because we do have a lot of new viewers in. So what we're trying to do, because we don't have a tournament lobby available, and in tournament games for Mobile Legends, we do have 5 bands a team, so 10 bands in total. So in order to achieve the same effect without having the tournament lobby available, we ask the captains of each team to give us 2 bands. So they state 2 bands, and so that's 2 extra bands for the team, and we must just the captains need to remember what those bands were, so you can't pick those particular heroes. They have been banned out, and then we get into the normal banning phase as per usual. So that's what we're getting into now. So it's going to be the bans coming out from both the Out for Blood and Obsidian Veil. As I hand you over to Skenkel, will take us through this initial part of the game.
Okay, so ironically, both teams banning the same heroes. So it's 100% with certainty said that the Joy and Granger got banned out. So it's Out for Blood banning out the Joy and the Granger, and Nerf banning out the Hanzo and Zushin. So I'm just reminding them, please remember bans. Okay, so Joy, Granger, Hanzo, and Zushin. Good luck and have fun. Let's go. Bro, you need to start the match. Crick. Oh, I can use the soundboard for that. I'm having fun. So, viewers, right? What are you thinking is going to be in this season? Because obviously, last season being a little bit easier, do you expect the same thing to come out with this season? Don't worry, I'll live name and shame way when he comes back. You know, I love doing that. Yeah, so the match should start. It's the way obviously left, so we can't start it. So Ron Wayne, yeah, potentially. I mean, the first few classics that I played, for some reason, I got matched up with Grandmasters and Masters, even though I was Epic 1. No, sorry, I'm lying, Epic 2. So, no, he went to go fetch himself refreshments. But he's coming. We're waiting for Waylander to start the match. He's on his way. He's on his way. You can hear him in the background there. So, why?
Oh, snap. My bad.
Yeah, you see, shall we blame it on the Manchester jersey there?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was getting a snack.
No problem. Just as you took off the mic, was like, wait, start, and then you left.
Ready? Go!
Oh, we do see the Layla. How often do you see a Layla ban off the bat? Ron Wayne, you sound very familiar there when it comes to certain members as admin within
My tail's
our
been
chat.
itching
So
for a
I can
real
actually
fight.
utilize this time. So if you are in our general chat, if you're not in our general chat just yet, you know, you'll see the link there to the introduction group, and we will sort you out and we will add you to the Waylander Gaming community, and you can go and join various gaming groups there. So as well, onto the general chat for the regular viewers, we've got a poll up. If you want to become an admin for Waylander Gaming, the opportunity is there. So please go cast your votes and come and join the family. It's always a pleasure. So, continuing with the bans, we do see the Kalia getting banned out off the bat from Nerf, and Sun as well with the high loss. So no glorious pathway for Nerf. We see Out for Blood picking up, well, Jesse picking up the Faza, the newly buffed Faza. So definitely would like to see that new buff coming in from the Faza. And Erebus showing us that Sicilian and Blood Rainer picking up the Leslie. The Leslie, however, is due for a major update on her passive, as we do know that is currently in progress on the advanced server, as we see Erebus picking up the Zask for Nerf. So if we look at the current votes, Out for Blood's is favored by 58%. So Obsidian Vale, guys, apparently there's something that the community is just favoring in Out for Blood. So please come and feature your colors here, and maybe potentially change the viewers' play of votes. As we see Spider picking up the Melissa, Coda 7 on the Lolita, and Kindred Spirit with a follow up ban, showing us that Belleric picking up the Belleric, and we are off to the final bans from each team.
Hayabusa, Sanjo.
Ooh, Hayabusa getting banned out. I won't expect the Hayabusa to still be a perma ban with his nerf that he picked up, but it seems like a lot of people are still respecting the high loss. Ooh, the Lucas getting removed.
Yeah, I suppose it's still the after effects of the last season.
100%. Boss Leaf, as jy nie verstaan wat hy sê nie, vra hom net om weer die boodskap te herhaal. So, he said it is the pigeon with nitros on the Faza. Or Richie showing us that Julian. Yeah, the role's changing for the Julian. It's also going to be nice to see what the Julian brings in. But we see Stoned Alone. Thank you for making me say that. Bringing in the glue, and we see Quaka bringing in the famous Karina, once famous Karina. Remember the time when Karina was built full tank in the jungle?
Yeah, that was super crazy. Very annoying.
Oh, bro, crazy stuff. And that's the season where and that's where I got introduced to Mlbb, and yeah, got to play against Karinas with full tanks. And I was like, you know what, let me try this out, and it just worked. So without further ado, viewers, we are jumping into the first match. So please hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Alright, so this is the second match for the evening. It is going to be OFB, Out for Blood in the blue, with Obsidian Veil in the red. Some interesting picks in here. The new Farsa being picked up by Jesse. I like to see how this Farsa is going to play in. Especially with the Lolita there. If you can time that Numenon Blast with the Farsa's ultimate, could prove to be quite deadly. We've got some the Kindred Spirit picking up the Beleric as a hard counter to the Melissa. This Zast will be up against the Farsa. So with the changes to Farsa, it's going to be one of the lanes I'm going to keep an eye on just to see what's going on. We are watching jungles as per usual, making the gold lane rotation. Both junglers starting off on the same side. Will we see a bit of a clash? Let's get to see Julian after the nerf. We were speaking about that a little bit. Let's get to see what's going to happen in here. As the Zast looks like he's going for quite a quick wave clear. Oh, the flame shots coming out. Farsa being taken down to half health. There's the early in jungle invade here. Don't not forget to see that. And it's small cap being taken away there by Orochi as he takes that, and it looks like he's going for the litho as well. So nice play here from Obsidian Veil in the early part of the game, getting themselves a bit of an advantage. So Lolita just scouting out here for the team just to give some vision at what's going to happen. The Melissa up against the Leslie. Melissa should have a decent time against the Leslie as long as she times that second skill of hers to remove the conceal. Dashes back to safety. It's Coda on the Lolita already in position. Farsa just waiting around here. Julian, he's level 3. He's got that full combination. The flicker comes out. Farsa flies in, but oh, it looks like the Karina. She's gonna get engaged upon here. Wants to take the small cap. Managed to do so. The Julian, he is level 4. Karina using the mobility, getting into the bushes and out. Wanted to reposition to try to engage in onto the Leslie, but doesn't have that ultimate available. So a lot of action, but nothing done quite yet. That small camp being taken away, forcing the Karina not to get to the level 4. As we see the full team of Obsidian Veil making the movement towards the first turtle in the game. Julian starting it up here, not waiting to go for a blue buff. Oh, Sauce with the Nightmaric spawn there. Blue, he's gonna get engaged upon, but he's quite tanky. Lolita, take it down quite low. Has to recall the Nightmaric spawn is still there. Oh, there's the Avatar of Guardian, not quite on the mark. Blue doesn't have that split available, but there's the Karina in the backline, but it's gonna be Koda taken out as the first blood. They almost managed to take down the Julian, but Leslie with a snipe, making the quick rotation, getting 2 kills, and this should be the first turtle. It is the first turtle being taken down here by Obsidian Veil. The Wrath of Dryads comes out from the Beleric, but Blue had its split form going. Meanwhile, there's some action here on the gold lane. Will we see a solo kill? Melissa goes for it. Melissa takes the kill.
Yeah, so at the 3-minute mark, we do see out of Obsidian Veil having that 1k gold lead advantage. So yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting. It's a lot of action so early on, but I just quickly want to utilize this 5 seconds. Missed the reaction. Right, I'm known as the sheep with a no bleep. If you don't want it out there, don't type it. That's your first warning. Making promises here on the channel for your team. That's all I'm going to say, and I'll respect that.
Oh, what promise did he make?
Oh, you see now. You see now. So,
read it off to the screenshot.
Okay, mad screenshotted it. I'm getting the stinky eye here.
Numenon Blast doesn't quite land onto anybody. The Nightmaric spawn being committed by Zask being used to push in the tower. There's the Julian, wants to go in there, enhance first skill just off the mark as the Lolita dashed away. Glue makes the rotation here from the XP lane, scouting out the bushes. The wave pressure is quite strong here in the mid lane. There seems to be a lot of action. But I'm just watching, focusing on the gold lane. Looks like there's another engagement, but it's the stun comes out onto the Farsa. Will we see a kill? Wrath of Dryads comes through. The Avatar of Guardian as well. It's going to be Glue with a split. He's trying to get somebody to pull back onto. He manages to lock on. to the Zask solo. Glue manages to get a return kill for the side of Out for Blood. There's going to be the Karina comes through. Which is dancing around, doesn't want to engage into the two front liners here. The second turtle of the game being up as Out for Blood are trying to get into position there. There's engagement onto the glue. He does have the split to try to get out of harm's way. Faster pops the ultimate into the Numenon blast. It's going to be Karina coming through. Gets the ultimate off but doesn't have the kill. There's Julian. He wants to try to do something. Throws an enhanced first kill out there. Everybody's so low. Who's going to get the kill? Sas, Nightmare Spawn. It's going to be the Karina who gets the double kill there onto the Julian. Also retries. Oh, but Zaz, he went through, he took out of the Nightmare Spawn. Karina pops the ultimate, just doesn't have the damage. She's dancing around, but one more spawn comes through. It's nice outplay there from the Zask as he takes down the Karina.
100%. Which also reminds me, right, with regards to the Melissa got nerfed, bro. Her movement speed has been decreased and she doesn't have that potent burst capacity that she used to have.
Yeah, so it looks in a Coda 7 already in position here. Wants to try to get a bit of a wraparound play, waiting for the mage to come through, but scouted out here by the Leslie. So throws the second skill and it hits Julian. Julian's like, it's not enough damage just yet. Shoot me. Friendly fire on. So lots of actions, the gold fairly even, the kill count fairly even, no turrets being taken down just yet, as we've already head into the mid-game this particular matchup. Oh, there's Vasa. She's flying across, using that mobility, Jesse, quite nicely to get into position. Oh, there's a flicker coming through. They're trying to engage onto the Zaz. The Numenon blast does land onto the Zaz. Still has that Nightmare Spawn. The Avatar of Guardian doesn't manage to catch onto the Lolita. Lolita is going to be pulled back, taken down there. Julian gets the kill. However, Vasa pops the ultimate, but Julian, he's not done yet. It's going to be Belleric who picks up the kill. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, we do see a solo kill by the Melissa. Karina trying to get something done here as Glue with that split form. He's taking a lot of damage from the Julian. He baits out the Wrath of Dryads, however, but is he going to get chased about? Oh, he manages to land that onto the Julian. Julian does have that ability to get the second skill out. I think, no, is it the Julian? No, it's not the Julian. It's to manage to take down the Belleric. So now Glue doesn't have the split, did a lot of damage for the team. Lolita with a stun in onto the Gato. We see the true damage proccing there from the Karina as she managed to take down the Gato. Lots of action. Meanwhile, on the top lane, first talent of the game has been taken down by the Melissa. It's going to be once more the stun comes out from the Lolita. Fasa commits the ultimate. Zaz commits the Nightmaric Spawn, using it defensively, but there's Julian back into the mix. It's true. Double kill for the Zaz. Why? He was dead.
The Melissa, bro, just coming in there clutch. Well, but definitely two heroes to keep an eye out here for Out for Blood is definitely the Faza and the Melissa. You definitely don't want the Melissa fed.
Yeah. I just had a small glitch here. The game froze. I'm just gonna get back into it. Hopefully nothing massive happens in the meantime.
Well, I'll do the voice by voice play. So. Alright, we do see the Belleric coming into the mid lane just to clear that farm to try and get that pressure onto the mid lane. However, Lolita and Faza is here for the counter. But we do see a solo play between the Melissa getting shut down by the Leslie. Yeah. I know, so I'm being a radio now. I'm playing radio as we see Wade loading back in. So the Leslie picking up a solo kill onto the Melissa, getting that bounty that the Melissa built up. However, in the bot lane, we do see the Glue committed onto the Garagat, but Zask takes him down. This gives, what's this team's name? Obsidian Veil, the tier 1 turret in the bot lane. So that just gives him that return onto the turrets. But we do see the Falls ult gets committed. The Karina gets the shutdown onto Gato, picking up the double kill onto the Belleric. Oh boy, the Julian coming in there, but the Zosk is in danger. Will the Melissa get the pick off? Yes, she does. The Zosk falls to the Melissa. Julian is caught out here in no man's land. Will the Karina Quaha get the... Oh, but the Sky Piercer procs from the dead Zosk, getting the Lolita. Oh, but the Leslie gets a tier 1 turret in return.
Oh, but look at that from the Julian. He gets the kill, but I think he's going to get taken down by the glue.
100% the glue is going to take him down. So that is a 4-for-4 exchange.
Yeah.
Bro, crazy stuff.
Oh, there's the Melissa chasing down the Leslie. Oh, it's just clearing the wave out, but Leslie turns around. Look at that one basic attack. How much damage is going through.
100%, bro. This matchup between the Leslie late game.
Oh my goodness. But there's the Avatar of Guardian. They took down the Leslie, but Avatar of Guardian comes through once more. As we did hear from Mr. Reaction, it's Gatto, still goated. Mid lane turret has been taken down here by the side of Obsidian Veil.
Mr. Reaction has challenged
us. Blast into the out from the Karina. They take down one. It's going to be Zas. He's got that nightmaric spot, but Julian, he's on the hunt here. Koda with the Lolita gets the stun off onto the Julian. Julian just basic attacking the Lolita to death. But there's Karina. She pops the ultimate. Fasa is in there. Now, but Julian survives all of that and escapes. Oh my goodness. Leslie with the snipe. Forcing the Fasa back.
So, just before the 11-minute mark, we do see Obsidian Veil having the 2.2k gold lead as well as 2 kills advantage, giving them the opportunity to take this Lord with no contestation.
Yeah, so Fasa pops the ultimate but doesn't have a front line, so has to cancel that and retreat. There's a Numenon blast, catches onto 2, but the Avatar of Guardian has been used as counter engagement. The Nightmaric spawn comes through as well. It's a killing spree for the Julian. Glue, split, dancing around there, trying to cause a bit of a distraction. The Lord is, we can't even say enhanced Lord now anymore. It's the Lord, but it's going to have the ability to crash. Oh, there's Julian, wants to chase down the Karina. She does have quite a bit of mobility, managing to stay safe underneath the turret. Fasa lands the ultimate, but Julian dashes away just to a bit of safety. The tier 2 turrets are taken down mid and bot lane, as we see Zas taking down that mid lane tier 2 turret. The Lord being allowed to push freely on the top lane. Meanwhile, there's a bit of an engagement here onto the Gatto and Julian, but they do manage to get away. They do have the shields. The shields now don't just explode, they push back the minion wave, except for the Lord. Lord should crash into this, won't do as much damage as per usual, but take it down really quickly here, one side of Out for Blood.
Yeah, definitely. We do see that Garagacha trying to get that tier 3 turret, but the Luminum Blast landing onto the Gato. The Gato is definitely in danger here. Will the glue catch him? No, Garagacha is out of danger. So, 12.5-minute mark, Obsidian Veil's gold lead just increased by 5k, 4.6k.
So they've got quite a bit of map control now to Obsidian Veil. They're gonna hope to try and squeeze this out. They're going back to the farm. It's gonna be another 70 seconds before the next Lord is up. It is much quicker spawn time compared to usual. It's not quite the 18-minute Lord, but it is a Lord. As we watch Julian and Gatto along with the Zas, they want to engage onto the glue here. I don't know if they've got the lockdown. He does use the split form. The stun comes out. There's the follow-up. They take him down before he could actually get anything done. The Numenon Blast lands onto 2. However, there is a Fasa popping the ultimate onto the backline, but it's another kill taken down here. Now the Nightmaric spot comes out. Leslie gets the kill onto the Melissa, but Karina would have picked up in the backline, takes down the Belleric. But it was a solo kill on the top lane by the Leslie, and all this with a couple of seconds. Oh, but look at the damage onto the Karina. Is she going to try to engage some? The knockback, the kill. Leslie taking down another. No jungle available for this next Lord.
Nope, this puts Out for Blood in a very difficult position. Obsidian Veil definitely having the advantage in the next Lord spawn. So, however, wait, please just get the builds up there for the viewers in a quick second. And yeah, so viewers, if you are here and you are supporting the new teams on Waylander Gaming, we do have the Waylander Academy, which features on the quarterly basis. This is definitely for the new teams, you know, just to get ready for the 5-man setup. So don't fear if your team, well, yeah, there's always opportunity.
Yeah, so if you're not part of the community, while we're waiting for the Lord to spawn and make its way down and we get to see the battle that's about to ensue, if you're not part of the community, if you check on the channel description, so if you click on the Waylander Gaming channel, go check the description. We've got WhatsApp, Discord channels, they're quite active. I will warn anybody who joins the WhatsApp community, be prepared, your phone might blow up. There's a lot of messages on that chat. But we would like to have
Only
you all join us.
General chat.
Yeah. So Rocket
But
Giants from the
fun.
Beleric a little bit in advance. The Lord being allowed to make its way, it should be able to charge and take down this tier 3 turret. So that's the first tier 3 turret being taken down. And oh, they have a Guardian! Catches out 3! This is the follow-up from the Tibia! It's Julian good to the mix. The Nightmare Spawn comes from the south doing so much damage. Whisper from the clue. It's faster. She's trying to zone everybody away with that ultimate. But there's the Sas. Throws the Nightmare Spawn into the mix, but he's gonna get taken down. The base is wide open. Melissa locks onto the Nexus. Melissa ends this game.
So, viewers, this is where you're first kicked in. Everyone putting Obsidian Vale as the underdogs. You know, your votes were wrong, casted there. So, GG's well played to both teams. There's a lot of potential coming in from the teams here. Yeah, so don't fear. There's always time for more matches. And obviously, with every match, every play, there is always improvement.
Alright, so this was a fun game, but we have to unfortunately jump into the next one as quickly as we possibly can. Hopefully this time we've got the captains and everybody ready. Thank you for tuning in to watch. For those of you who have been with us, it's quite a late running. We will try to, for future matches, try to get the stream started a little bit early so that we can actually get through the games at a reasonable time. You know, it's late, everyone's got school and work a little bit later, but thank you all for tuning in to watch. If you haven't pressed that like, share and subscribe button, please do so. That will really be helping us, the channel and the community. Also, speaking about the community, make sure you go check out those links. We would love to have you as part of the community, because it's an ever-growing community. It's a place where gamers get together to talk about the thing that we love the most, which is gaming. And occasionally food and anime are like alternate topics.
That always sounds very nice.
Yeah. And for those of you who are new to the stream and you're unaware of Nightbot, Nightbot is our resident troll. It's a bot for the YouTube channel. It's there to make sure that the chat stays PG friendly, because we do have under 18s on the stream and we don't want to be and also our community guidelines are such that we try to keep everything PG rated. So Nightbot's purpose is there, but Nightbot seems to have a mind of his own. Nightbot does what Nightbot wants to do. The moment you put capital letters or spam emotes, Nightbot strikes, as you can see. I said something about being admin earlier. Admin for, well, on the WhatsApp community, if you're part of it already, we are, because the community is growing at quite a decent rate, we're going to need new admins to help maintain or manage what's going on in the community. So we're just going to be waiting for we put up a poll. If you want to become an admin on the Waylander Gaming WhatsApp group, you can always apply there and then we will select. Yeah, Jane, I do agree, the bot is funny. The bot does what the bot does. It's a very interesting way of trolling people. And this time around, he's delivering justice. It's like the Justice League.
He even sings at times as well. Britney Spears songs. Hit me, baby, one more time. You know, those type of vibes.
Yeah.
Or, "Oop, you did it again."
Yeah. So we're just waiting for the final two teams to join us in lobby. Final two teams for today will be a Nonan and Nonagon Alliance. We are running a little bit late, but that's more due to me than anything else. So my apologies.
No.
Just
Don't take all the blame on you. Don't take all the blame on you. Alright, that's first captain.
Alright, I think this is a Nonan. A Nonan in the lobby. We've got a lot of stoners in here. Smoky Stoner. Stoned Alone. Well, Stoner the original. Well, also for those of you who are tuned in to watch, and we were talking about the community, there are other games that we do feature. So there's going to be like some PUBG matches and games and tournaments matches coming up. We do have a Call of Duty mobile. There are some MMORPGs, like we do the Throne and Liberty run through, though. I would say, Ruskowski, because you and I have been somewhat lazy with respect to that.
I got kicked from the clan.
Really?
Yeah, because the leadership role, right, gets reset every 7 days if the leader is AFK.
Yeah.
And I got kicked.
Oh, I probably got kicked too. Probably. As we see Madeline in the chat saying, "Let's go, Nonagon." And Pixie Dust is retracting messages. Move the spectator. My apologies, spectator. We'll have to see you on the live stream. Alright, so we're going to get into the drafting bans and everything else. Well, the lobby bans. I'm assuming everybody knows what's going to happen right now. But for those of you tuning in, here to watch your team, don't forget, press that like, share, and subscribe button. You'll be helping us out at the channel. And don't forget to join the community. And also, I was about to say, get your votes into the poll, realizing I didn't put the poll up. See what old age does to you. Old age and chocolate chip biscuits and milk. Chocolate chip cookies and milk. Makes you sleepy.
Usually it's Oreos.
Yeah, but
alright, so we see.
Yeah, it's alright. Continue.
So, and banning out the Julian and the Akai. Akai receiving also a buff in this season. NA1 banning out the Zushin and Lucas. So good luck and have fun to both teams, and off we go. So you were saying about the Oreos.
Yeah, so today I just felt like not Oreos.
Yeah, I think Madge should bake cookies for trying to silence me on the chat and putting out the challenge here, saying she will silence the bleep of the sheep.
Funny stuff.
So Mr. Reaction did deserve a fair warning because he was new to the channel. That doesn't mean that you were successful in your challenge.
I was successful because you were up.
Alright, so Uzumaki B. What happened to Uzumaki A? Uzumaki B with the first So Uzumaki B with the first ban, and it is as we expected.
Banning out the Kalia once again. So F8. F8.
All who dare stand in my way will be
Batting out the
devoured.
Hanzoi. Oh, getting a lot of love and support from the viewers. So, I don't know who to vote for. Let me do that. I'll vote for the team that was here first. Oh,
So,
Nonagon
who's next?
Alliance definitely being the favorites by 75%. We do see you see, yes, the Christopherson moments. And no,
Anonin.
yeah, Anonin. Banning out the Sun. And Nonagon Alliance banning out the Maya. It's pronounced as fate. NA all the way. Pixie Dust bringing in the support here for Nonagon Alliance, as we see.
Magician.
Arturia Pendragon picking up the Sicilian. I Am Legend picking up the Hayabusa.
Looks like there's some World of Warcraft fans in the house. Arturia Pendragon. Well, the Pendragon is from Warcraft.
Silent Sly picking up the Ode. So, right, I understand F8 is pronounced fate, but for me, it's F8. I will not pronounce him fate. As we see Smoking Stony, the response for Anonin and Uzumaki B with the next picks. Ooh. Smoky Stony swapping out with Marshy, bringing up the Charizla, and Uzumaki B picking up the Granger. Well, Jane Doe, you had it live now. It happens. It happens. And for you that wonder, I do have my Christopherson moment. Actually, my English airtime runs out very quickly when it comes to difficult situations with difficult names. So we do see F8 picking up the Brody. We've been waiting for Brody to be picked up, especially with that deadly ult of him now.
Oh yeah. And
No one can
okay,
escape my
Brody doesn't have
eyes.
attack speed, right? It's not like he has any advantage from attack speed. It's the animation, like the drawback for his skills has been decreased significantly. So he's gonna be hitting harder, faster.
Imagine a Brody on full attack speed.
Come on, let's roll.
Ooh, the Johnson and Bedang getting banned out. So we wait for Sloth to bring us the next pick for Nonagon Alliance.
Yeah. When he first released, right, I think I had a day 1 Savage with Brody. But that was less due to me and more thanks to my tank. It was Tick who hit a 5-man implosion set. And then all I did was basic attack first, basic attack, torn apart memory, ultimate. Boom, Savage.
So Sloth picking up the Atlas. So yeah, I see the viewers trolling me there. So Jane Doe, yeah, respect 100%. And apparently I'm on hotspot. We see Smoky Stoney picking up the Harley and Zach Joe picking up the Tigreal. The Condemned One showing us that Xborg. Will it be the Xborg versus Charizla in the XP lane? And what's your opinion about that matchup in the XP lane? Charizla up against an Xborg.
Charizla up against... Okay, no, it looks like the Charizla up against... they're just switching around here. Would it be a Freya?
I am a daughter of Northern Vale. I swear to protect it till my last breath.
The Freya, to be honest, right, is... Oh, the CC going to come through that, man. Freya's... well, downside to Freya is crowd control and magic damage. So going up against the Sicilian, Freya is definitely not favored. But the Freya can definitely dish out a lot of damage early game. She's a very early game hero.
Yeah, drops off quite heavily in the late game, but the Inspire is... okay, personally I would prefer a Flicker spell. But when you want to go for just pure domination, inspire Freya.
Yeah, you see, boss leave? No disassembly required. So you can't just leave. You can't just leave.
Nightbot. We should actually get a highlight reel of Nightbot's greatest moments.
Of Nightbot, yeah, definitely.
Nightbot is such a troll. I mean, I thought I was a troll. Nightbot, I got nothing on Nightbot.
Does anyone have anything on Nightbot?
It's got some skills.
Let's wait for Tiara to pop in his comment there. Nightbot is my baby.
Yeah. He's only saying that because of Billy. So we
jungle.
we see the red buff being started up here by the side of a Nonin, and it's going to be NA1, as they call it, the Nonagon Alliance on the blue buff. So opposite rotations for the first out of the 3 matches from both teams.
No, those opposite rotations is always very interesting. I like the opposite rotations because it does cause that opportunity for early game invade. But bro, the Freya doing so much damage.
Yeah, and Granger meanwhile in the top lane has to stay really safe. But I don't know whether Terizla realized that he's going to be the first one that they're really going to engage on. Hayabusa trying to get that level 4 pulls a small camp here quite nicely. The team is in position. Terizla under the turret. He's going to go check out, but I think he senses there's going to be a bit of problems. The same with the Brody. Brody realized, wait a minute, I don't see anybody. They're coming to gank me. Moved all the way. Lovely positioning there from the Brody. Moving all the way back. But oh, there's the engagement here. It's going to be Harley pops the ultimate, gets the Odette. So we're getting to see brother and sister in different matches. Leslie in the first one, Harley in the second.
What? Nightbot received an update. No longer giving weather. Error retrieving observations.
Oh well. So the first turtle of the game is up. As we see Tigreal just scouting out for his team. Trying to create the angle, wants to land the second skill onto the Atlas there. Both the jungles don't have that ultimate available. Oh, the ultimate that come out from the Harley onto the Hayabusa. But Hayabusa using that second skill to escape a lot of the damage. Hayabusa is a hard counter to Harley if he can get the engagement. But there's Atlas trying to zone in, doesn't have the fatal links. The dance away is there, but we see the Freya. She pops that ultimate vengeance combination. Hayabusa takes so much damage, but the knockup comes in beautifully. Oh, Jet with the swan song. It's gonna be a double kill going away off Nonin Alliance. They're continuing in here. Atlas doesn't have that fatal links yet. He just does a job zoning away. Oh, this time he does get that fatal links. Flickers in. The stun comes out onto the Harley, but Harley so much damage. Pops the ultimate, takes down the Atlas.
I don't like a Harley, bro. Just that amount of magic damage that the Harley can do. It's not always fun to play against a Harley. So just past the 3-minute mark, we do see that the Nonagon Alliance having that 1 kill advantage. The gold fairly even at this point of stage.
Yeah, with the turtle going the way of Nonin there. They get a slight gold lead, about 300. Atlas looking for the pickup, doesn't have the fatal links. Meanwhile, Tigreal did manage to zone the Hayabusa away. He wants to go back in here with Odette just protecting her jungle a little bit as Atlas is protecting the marksman. So it looks like he's setting up for a bit of action. Granger throws out the ultimate. There's going to be the fatal links, but it's only onto the Tigreal. He pushes back. He lands the implosion onto 2. The team not quite there to follow up as Brody. Oh, this could be the shadow kill. Comes out there from the Hayabusa, but he's going to take so much damage. The ultimate from the Harley isn't enough to kill him. Oh my goodness, yes, it is. Killing spree for the Harley. Meanwhile, Granger being engaged upon the torn apart Maverick, which from the Brody, not at full stacks. The Rose Gold Meteor keeping Uzumaki be safe. As we are watching, it is time for the next turtle of this match. The second turtle of the game, Granger throwing some ultimates out there, being quite accurate, landing 2 of them onto the Brody, zoning him away. But right now, there's a bit of action here in the mid lane as we watch it Nonan trying to camp out Nonagon Alliance. Just scouting out, it's the Harley stealing the buff away from the Hayabusa. Oh, but there's the Atlas. He goes in there, lands Fatal Links onto 2. It's gonna be the Swan Song, but cancelled there by the knockback from the Tiger. Lands the Implosion onto 2. It's Freya into the mix, dishing out the damage. The stuns coming left, right, and center. As a Nonagon Alliance makes a known and pay for that little bit of overextension. Harley is in the bot lane, but it looks like it might be uncontested with Hayabusa dancing around there. Gets the engagement onto the Granger. Torn apart memory, but once more. Ooh, Granger getting saved once more. That Road Gold Meteor really helping. It's going to be the concealed play, but I Am Legends just sticking around. Meanwhile, Harley in the bot lane getting yet another kill. And with that, I think we should see the Brody take this turret down, as Potato just wants to push the wave away. Does do a good job there, managing to protect a turret. So 5 kills to 5 kills, though it is a Nonan with the gold lead. Ever so slight as it is.
600. And the kills fairly even, as we do see the Teresla taking that first tier 1 turret for the side of Nonan.
Yeah. Oh, meanwhile, it's the kill on the top lane. Wow, I was just watching the Bulls in the action. That was a really quick pick up there. But there's going to be the Hayabusa. Gets the shadow kill, gets the pick off. Skypiercer proccing as I Am Legend taking down the mid laner. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange, but Granger pushing this turret in there. Atlas move through, Fatal Links onto 2. It's gonna be the Swan Song coming out. Tiger misses the block, and it's a double kill. Yet another one for the Odette. But this Hardy, he's on a hunt. Picking up another kill there is Smoking Stony. 6-0 and 0.
Jinx, owe me a coat.
Already godlike. Slowly trying to push the wave in there. Sanguine Claws comes out from the Sicilian. Doesn't manage to protect this tier 1 top lane turret. As we just watch the timer there. 6 seconds to the next turtle. Harley gets another kill. This time onto the Freya. Conceal play comes out. It's Hayabusa. He wants to try to get the pick up onto Smoky Stoner, but Harley staying quite safe. There's the implosion onto the Hayabusa. Atlas is in the mix here. We see Terizla. He does have a penalty zone available. Wants to try to engage. Throws the hammer out. Atlas went back in there trying to get the Fatal Links, but he's taking so much damage. The zoning is being done by the Terizla. As we see the Granger wants to get this push mid lane pushed in here. Sanguine Claws, but it's going to be the Brody once more, but he's focusing on the waves. Wants to clear this out. Meanwhile, the turtle has fallen to the side of Anona. Invade by a Nonan once more, taking the blue buff away from the Hayabusa. But Hayabusa looks like he's going for a counter invade here. Wants to take this away from the Harley. Harley senses something is wrong. Wants to throw the skills out there. Does dance in and out, but and manages to secure his buff as well.
So we do see a Nonan picking up that gold lead by 1.7k.
Oh, Hayabusa went in. Could have landed the shadow kill, but was blown up by the Harley so quickly. As we get his build up here, you can see how much damage is the damage output quite high from the Harley. Does have that Skypiercer with the, you should have quite a few stacks on it.
70, bro. That's a high amount of stacks on the Skypiercer. Almost capped out.
Yeah. So it's going to be the Sicilian taken down. It's Freya that gets the kill. Once more the camp from Harley. He engages onto the Freya. Look at the damage coming through. Legendary for the high Harley.
Smokey Stoney definitely carrying it for Anonan. 10, 0, and 0. So at the 9.5 minute mark, we do see Anonan increasing that lead to 3k, as well as having the 2k advantage with the map control.
Just trying to find the angle to land the Fatal Link. Oh, it's the flicker penalty zone from the Terista, but the Fatal Link drags him back. It's straight into the Swan Song. It's gonna be 1-2, take it down, but it's a shutdown kill. Now Brody trying to get that torn apart memory landed, does just not enough damage quite yet. But he does flicker back to safety as Freya tries to protect this tier 2 mid lane turret, but he's taking so much damage from the Harley yet again. Freya being taken down by the Harley. The Lord is up. It's just past the 10-minute mark.
This Harley, bro. I don't think we're going to stop talking about the Harley anytime soon. And no, it's the Harley is in a very safe spot, so the sheep curse will not kick in at this point of stage.
Maybe a little later on. Alright, so Charizla trying to check out the bushes for his team, then get into position. Sicilian tried to land the Sanguine Cross slightly off the mark there. Once more, they just blow up that Atlas. No Fatal Links available. The Lord is up, though I'm not sure if they're waiting for 12 minutes, because it doesn't make a difference right now.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Granger getting this Lord started up. Harley pushing in on the top lane, just camping, waits for another pickup. I don't think they're going to be contesting this Nonagon Alliance. Terisla doing a lovely job just zoning away so nobody can get into the mix here. There's the Harley, engages onto the Hayabusa, taking down yet another.
And he finally gets his first assist as well.
So Brody trying to chase down there. He's going to get engaged upon by the Granger. Granger trying to pop that out on the top of the Aegis. It's going to be the Swan Song with the torn apart memory, taking down the Granger. So no marksman available as the Lord makes the push up the top lane. It's Freya, pops the ultimate, gets that Inspire out, doing a lot of damage onto the Terista, but he's sustaining through all of this. Lands the penalty zone. He's dishing it out here in spades, manages to take down the Freya. While the Lord making his way up the top lane, Hayabusa trying to find the angle for himself to try to get that shadow kill into the back line. Brody trying to melt the Lord. It's the implosion play, but it lands only onto one. The flicker comes back there from the Tigreal. The Lord onto the tier 3 turret, doing quite a bit of damage as the Atlas is trying to stop it. Tier 3 turret protected.
So just before the 13-minute mark, Anonan increasing that gold lead to 7k. And having the map control firmly, as well as a 5-kill advantage.
So with that, Granger taking down the final tier 2 turret in the favor of Anonan. It's all hands to the defense right now for Nonagon Alliance. They just need to, if they can land that combination, but it's difficult when you don't have two frontliners. It's why on the XP lane, mostly in the 5-man situation, you like to have a bit of a tanky XP laner. Gives you that extra frontline so you can sustain through a lot of the fights. Because 5-man is much more organized in terms of what goes on. There's a lot more communication links, but with that Swan Song and the Fatal Links combination, they do have the potential to turn this around. The ability to defend with some decent wave clear. There was a tier 3 turret taken down by the minion wave in the bot lane, as a lot of pressure is being placed here on the base and on these turrets by the side of Anonan. As Atlas goes in with the flicker, Fatal Links does land. Do we see the follow-up? Yes, we do. But there's the penalty zone into the base. The Swan Song is committed, but it's gonna be 4 taken down. It's only gonna be the Hayabusa who did manage to get a off into the backline, but it's Hayabusa versus everybody. It's once more the base is open. They're trying to get the lock on legendary for the Harley. This should be game set match, and it is full team wide. A Noman take the victory.
Yeah, so GG's well played to both teams. Harley definitely deserving that MVP. 15-0-1, carrying Anonan there with his pickoffs. But GG's well played to both teams. Anonan just being the better team here in the final matchup.
Yeah, so very interesting first day for the Deus EX Clash. Let me just get our cameras up real quickly. Yeah, so very interesting first day for the Deus EX Clash. There was a lot of new teams, a lot of new faces in this live chat as well. It was wonderful to have everybody with us today, especially on a Wednesday. I mean, it's midweek, so mostly everyone likes to be in bed nice and early, be tucked up underneath the blankets, because it's slowly edging towards winter really soon. I think we're in autumn now. We can officially say that.
Yeah, April is the last month before we jump into the winter, and as we have seen, these weeks and these days are just going past so quickly. This was a successful first evening for the Deus Ex. There is some ironing out that can take place, but nonetheless, the teams that did feature, if you did not win tonight, don't feel bad about it. It's you can always come back and feature again, because there was a lot of potential in this first round, and there's a lot that you can take away from this.
Yeah.
Please go and review your matches. That's why we do this stream for you guys, is so that you can improve and see where your enemies' faults lie.
Yeah, so Deus EX will continue again next week, but for the next few days, don't think the Mobile Legends streams are over. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have the Most Wanted list continuing. This is going to be round 3 of the Most Wanted list. Some of the biggest names, some of the biggest players, some of the biggest squads in the Southern African region, across South Africa, Madagascar, Namibia, Kenya, Botswana, Madagascar, and Mauritius going to be all playing in the Most Wanted list to see who's going to be crowned champions. Though the crowning champions, we've still got several phases to go. We do have the knockout stages coming up, but this is going to be heading into round 3 in this weekend, starting off Thursday night tomorrow. A King of the Hill tournament brought to you live here on Waylander Gaming. So if you want to be part of the Mobile Legends action, come and join the communities. We will hook you up with all the registrations for future tournaments coming through. We'd love to have you with us. Don't forget to press that like, share, and subscribe button. It was a pleasure having a lot of new faces, a lot of new people to chat to, Scoutskegel.
Yeah, 100%. It was fun. So you guys and ladies, if you want to join the Waylander Gaming community, the link is in the description. And come and join the big community. It is always fun. There's a lot of teams there and a busy general chat. It is always fun. So you're more than welcome to become part of the Waylander Gaming family. The bigger the family, the more fun it gets.
So once again, thank you all for watching. But from myself, Waylander, and Scoutskegel, we're gonna have to say goodbye and good night until we see you on the next stream tomorrow, live here on Waylander Gaming. Thank you once again for watching.